Good call, bad call. Time, Caroline Wilson with the new ball. Caro, after yesterday, maybe Tom Brown had a point. Good call, bad call.
This is a ridiculous call, and after you listen to this, I'll tell you why.
A big debating point this week regarding whether North deserve a priority pick. You'll have some thoughts perhaps on this, JB. Perhaps Essendon deserve a priority pick the most. They haven't won a final since 2004.
Tom, ridiculous call. And Craig, I think you've brought it up because Essendon lost again on the weekend. As if Essendon, with all the mistakes they've made over the last decade, deserve a priority pick. Bad call.
Hutchie, floating fixtures only work if you look at the ladder first. Good call, bad call.
Yeah, it's a good call. It's a harsh but fair call. They've been stiff, the AFL, and there's logistics to take into things, Lordo, you don't understand. But unfortunately, some of these games on the big stage have not married up to what was probably first intended in the floating fixture, albeit there's a lot more things. Sydney and Brisbane would have been a little bit better than the Twilight too, I think, on the weekend.
They had one job. Lordo, connecting with the fans isn't always a good thing. Good call, bad call.
Good call by you, Kano. Have a listen to Brett Ratton trying to do a press conference in Cairns.
The way we went about it was pretty encouraging.
Do you think Max got the ball enough in your opinion?
I can't actually hear you, mate. I'm deaf in this left ear. We're at about 40 people over here. It's pretty solid, just with the crowd and everybody. It's hard to hear. We should invite him in. Anyway, unbelievable, isn't it?
Lost by a point and had to deal with that.
Kane Corn's dirty night. Kane Corn's cheap free stats are the reward for cheap free kicks. Good call, bad call.
This is your best call of the year. So you'd hate to be a defender because you get cheap free kicks paid against you all the time, but the reward for it is that you get cheap stats. This has to change. How you get a stat for doing this is distorting all the statistical records in the game that this is happening. This should not be a free kick, and too many defenders are going down there for a cheap one.
What tagger used to do it to you the most?
No, the person I tagged that did it, Nick Del Santo. Drive me insane.
Lordo, the sequel isn't always as good as the original. Good call, bad call.
That's a bad call, Hutchie. You're suggesting that Marvel's lights aren't as good as Optus's. I reckon it's not too bad. They're making a good fist of it. Yeah, it's not probably...
Argue a bit more.
No, I just reckon when I've been there live at Marvel, the light shows has been pretty good in my opinion. So that's harsh. Trying to compare that to
Caro,
get one of their ambassadors to comment at some stage.
Your man, Chris Scott, his disrespect for the great Reg Hickey. Good call, bad call. Showed disrespect, I should say.
Again, before I answer, let's have a listen to Chris Scott answering a question on the weekend.
If Geelong win today, you will equal Reg Hickey with your 184th win as coach. Have you got a comment upon it?
Oh, look, I didn't really know. No comment. No, I don't know what to say, but I appreciate you, I don't know how to describe it, bringing it up.
Look, that's a bad call. I think Chris Scott legitimately didn't know he had a chance of equalling Reg Hickey's record. Better way to answer the question, I give you that, but maybe someone should have warned him that he might get asked that. Bad call.
Kane, the matchday experience in Cairns needs a bit of work. Good call, bad call.
Good call, Lotto. Another reason why they shouldn't be selling games to Cairns. Look at the conditions the fans were forced to sit through. A lot of rain around, but that's not ideal, is it, to go and watch an AFL game of footy?
Craig Hutchison, the last one for you. Melbourne's name change over Indigenous round is a great and symbolic move. But the change of the CEO's name was a step too far. Good call, bad
good call, cheeky call. Great move by Melbourne. We all acknowledge the vision to do this. I think the Narn Footy Club is a great initiative. But unfortunately, old mate Purdy got tangled up in his name getting changed. Neil Pert. That's a bit much, isn't it?
I mean, you've got our own network.
There's a CEO here once at some stage too. Anyway, these things happen.